All right, what's popping? Welcome to another video, another trade recap. Now, today was a pretty interesting day. I'm not gonna lie, I did take one trade, well, technically two trades because I pyramided into it. But one trade overall, the one bias, one overall concept behind it, and it was a winner. I'm gonna be breaking down exactly what went into every step of this trade. So first of all, coming into today, I was still bullish. Why am I still bullish? Yes, we do look a little funky up here, but we are still using this new week opening gap as a form of support. So I'm like, all right, we're probably still going to end up pushing higher. What do I also recognize? We have an SMT with YM. Where's the SMT at? Let me pull up YM. SMT at the lows. You can see here, YM a lower low and Q higher low. With that being said, I'm like, all right, probably going to go higher. Another thing, you recognize this range here. Measure out equilibrium. Price met equilibrium perfectly and was also tapping this fair value gap perfectly. What else did we tap perfectly? Standard deviation. What standard deviation level was respected? Well, we already have it marked up here. I know this was like a lot, my bad. Let me clear some of this up. Yeah. You can see here standard deviation of this range. That's also in alignment with this unfilled 30-minute. I believe it was an unfilled hourly as well. Yeah, unfilled hourly. You see 2 to 2.5 in alignment perfectly. Also, that was lined up with equilibrium of the range. Price respecting it perfectly. Once I see these weaker candles right here, as I see price starting to slow down from this downtrend after 9:30. Market open ended up pushing us lower, and once I seen it starting to slow up here, you see it starting to lose momentum to the downside. I'm automatically anticipating a reversal. We had an unfilled 5-minute above us as well, which I have marked out right here. And from there, I'm like, all right, I want to see higher. Am I going to try to catch this entire move? No, I just want my little piece of this pie. And that's what I'm going to go for. So my fill, y'all can see I entered long on the change in the state. I didn't enter off the first one. I could have. I didn't. I waited for full confirmation. I waited for a close above on this second body here, which we got on this candle. Close above right here. Enter long. Took my first profit take at equilibrium of this entire range, which was, yeah, right around here. It was a 1-to-1, I remember. Right around equilibrium of the range. No. So I'm not tripping. Oh, equilibrium of the fair value gap. I believe that's where I took my first profit. Yeah, y'all can see that it is in alignment. Took my first profit level there. I then took another one off once we swept this high, and I then let my runner go to 9:30, and then from here I had one more position left, and I was really just letting this go. Honestly, I didn't really have a real objective for it. We had this unfilled 15-minute up here that I wanted to see. We also had this, I don't even know what you call these, but when a candle doesn't have a wick, you can see right here, this candle has no wick. These are very strong rejection points and very strong draws on liquidity. So I'm like, all right, we're probably likely to go there. Also, we're at all-time highs, so price is obviously going to continue to push higher. You see here, we also flipped the end dog right here. I'm like, all right, price probably going to go higher. I'm going to hold this position. I'm not going to pyramid. However, I did get a really nice pyramiding opportunity right here. So at this point, this is probably where my trade is at. Stop loss initially was like here. When we're up here, you know, I'm floating in profit. My stop loss is still at this low. I did not trail my stop loss at all because I'm like, we can probably still pull back. We did just form a new 5-minute BPR. We can probably pull back into this. So I'm not going to trail my stop loss. I'm just going to let the trade go. I'm not going to be attached to the money, anything like that. I'm going to just let it rock. So I let it rock. What did I do? Or what did 10 a.m. do? If I would have trailed my stop, 10 a.m. would have stopped me out. So thankfully, I did not trail my stop to that 10 a.m. or to that 9:56 low before 10 a.m. because I would have got stopped at. But once I did see this is where I was like, okay, I'm pretty confident now that this low should be protected. And then we also got the body close above, kind of like the continuation CISD, if that makes sense, where we just make a higher high. So I'm like, all right, I'm pretty confident that this low is protected. My fill is all the way down here. I can enter this trade basically taking a whole nother position, targeting this white line. You might ask, what is this white line? I showed y'all. And also, it's very close to, I don't even know what this dotted line is. Let me see if it's highlighted. I don't know. This dotted line means something though, and I was very sure that price was going to go there. And I'm going to show a screenshot. I had a limit order set right here, and it hit it, and it didn't get closed. Very, very unfortunate because I then ended up resulting in me getting stopped out right here. But I can't really be that mad at it. I still made, profit. You can see my fill here. I did make a little bit on the scalp I took on the pyramided position, but I was supposed to make a lot more. It is what it is, though. Happy with the trade overall. Happy with the overall, entry criteria. We had the SMT, the hourly fair value gap, aligning with equilibrium, and standard deviation. CISD, very simple. Unfilled gaps above us, very easy. Targets, pretty simple trade, honestly. Y'all can see we are still going higher. I was going to leave a runner to this -1 projection point. We did not hit it yet, but overall, that's that for real. Nothing else really went into it. How long are we recording? 5 minutes. If y'all did enjoy, though, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. I do feel a little bit better, so thankful for that. I did not feel good this morning, and I do kind of like living in South Africa that I can trade. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I have my whole morning. I can get myself ready. I took a shower. I shaved. I got myself feeling better. I didn't have to rush to get on the charts, and I was able to do a whole bunch of other stuff. So I feel like I feel this way in a way better headspace when trading in the middle of the day versus fresh off the wake up. Because I'm always bad at waking up. Like, if it wasn't for trading, I wouldn't wake up early. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. So feeling good though. About to go finish the rest of my day, run some errands, and hope y'all enjoy. Hope y'all learn. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace out.